In the silent corners of the world, there exist stories that can send shivers down your spine. And today, we delve into one such tale, the story of the haunted doll. In the heart of an unassuming, quaint town where life thrived in its harmonious rhythm, a curious discovery was made. A doll, seemingly as ordinary as the next, was found in the attic of an old, weathered house. Its glass eyes, lifeless and dull, its porcelain skin chipped and faded, and its tiny, stitched lips forever locked in a silent smile. A relic, it seemed, of a time long past, forgotten and left to gather dust in the dark corners of the attic. Yet, there was something about this doll that was different, something that made the air around it feel heavy, the silence in its presence a little too deafening. It was an object that, despite its ordinary appearance, carried with it an aura of unsettling mystery. It was as if the doll held within its lifeless form a secret, a story that it was waiting to tell. And soon enough, the town would come to learn that this was no ordinary doll. It was a harbinger of a tale that would soon unfold, a tale that would challenge their understanding of the world as they knew it. The doll, in its eerie silence, seemed to promise a story that was filled with chilling whispers of the unknown, a story that would unsettle the very foundations of their belief. As curiosity peaked and whispers spread, the town found itself gripped by an anticipation that was both thrilling and terrifying. What was the story that the doll was waiting to tell? What secrets did it hold in its lifeless form? And most importantly, what was the true nature of this seemingly ordinary doll that had been discovered in the attic of an old house? And so, the stage was set for a tale of horror and mystery as the doll began to reveal its true nature. As days turned into weeks, the doll's new owners started to notice peculiar occurrences. It all began subtly, with the doll seemingly shifting positions of its own accord. At first, it was easy to dismiss, maybe a stray gust of wind, a slight tilt of the table, or perhaps the mind playing tricks. But then, the movements grew more pronounced, more deliberate. The doll, once perched innocently on a shelf, was now found in varied locations, sometimes even rooms away from its original spot. Around the same time, strange sounds began to echo through the house. The faintest hint of a giggle, the soft patter of tiny footsteps, the rustle of porcelain against fabric. These unexplainable noises filled the silent nights, permeating the air with a chilling sense of dread. The once peaceful home was transformed into an eerie tableau of fear, with the doll as the unsettling centerpiece. As if these events weren't disturbing enough, the owners started to experience vivid, unsettling dreams. Dreams where the doll came to life, its glassy eyes brimming with malice, its tiny porcelain hands reaching out in the darkness. These nightmares left them waking in cold sweat, their hearts pounding, the image of the doll seared into their minds. With each inexplicable incident, the owners' fear and unease grew. They would jump at the slightest sound, their eyes constantly drawn to the doll, watching for the subtlest of movements. Conversations were hushed, filled with whispered speculations and growing apprehension. The once cherished doll was now an object of terror, its innocent facade masking an unknown sinister force. The owners tried to rationalize, to find logical explanations for the happenings. But the more they tried, the more they found themselves confronted with an unsettling truth. This wasn't just a series of coincidences. Something was happening, something that defied logic and understanding. With each passing day, it became clear that the doll was no ordinary child's toy. The terrified owners, seeking answers, called upon paranormal investigators to unearth the truth. In the dimly lit room, a team of seasoned investigators assembled, their faces etched with determination and a dash of trepidation. Their objective? To unravel the spectral enigma that had been causing a reign of terror in the household. Armed with an array of tools, they began their task. Electromagnetic field detectors were set up to track any fluctuations, a telltale sign of otherworldly activity. Infrared cameras were positioned strategically to capture any movements unseen by the naked eye. EVP electronic voice phenomenon devices were at the ready, hoping to catch any spectral whispers or messages from beyond our realm. The investigators moved methodically, their every step echoing through the silent house. They asked questions, their voices piercing the eerie silence. Who are you? Why are you here? The EVP devices recorded the silence, waiting to reveal any responses unheard by the human ear. As the night wore on, the suspense grew. Suddenly, the electromagnetic field detectors began to spike, their lights flashing wildly. The temperature in the room dropped dramatically, a chill pervading the atmosphere. The investigators looked at each other, a sense of dread washing over them. There was something there, something powerful and unseen. When they later analyzed the EVP recordings, their blood ran cold. Amidst the static, a voice could be heard, faint but clear. It was a child's voice, saying one word over and over again: play. The infrared cameras, too, had captured something unsettling. They showed the doll, previously stationary, changing positions on its own. The investigators had seen enough. They packed their gear, their faces pale and their hearts pounding. The evidence was undeniable. The doll was more than just a toy. It was a vessel, a conduit for a spirit from the other side. In the end, the investigators were left baffled and frightened, confirming the presence of a powerful paranormal entity within the doll. The doll's haunting gaze seemed to follow them as they left, a silent reminder of the chilling night they had spent in its company. Despite the terror it induced, the haunted doll continued to draw attention and intrigue. It was as if the doll had a gravitational pull, drawing the curious and the brave, and sometimes the foolhardy, to its eerie presence. Stories of the doll's haunting legacy began to spread far and wide, whispered in hushed tones in the dead of night, shared over campfires and in the dimly lit corners of the internet. The doll's notoriety grew, becoming a legend in its own right. It was no longer just a doll, but a symbol of the unexplainable, the supernatural, the downright terrifying. And with this notoriety came a surge of visitors, each eager to catch a glimpse of the doll, to test their courage against its alleged powers. These visitors, brimming with skepticism or fear, would leave with experiences they could hardly put into words. Some reported a sense of unease, a prickling at the back of their necks, a chill running down their spines. Others spoke of inexplicable events, lights flickering, objects moving of their own accord, even feeling an unseen hand brush against their skin. Yet despite the unsettling experiences and the growing fear surrounding the doll, the owners made a decision that left many astonished. They chose to keep the doll. It was a decision that sparked debate and speculation, but the owners remained steadfast, believing that the doll was a part of a larger mystery, a puzzle that was yet to be solved. The haunted doll's legacy continued to grow, weaving a web of fear, intrigue, and fascination. The tales became part of folklore, a chilling addition to the annals of the unexplained. And the doll? It sat there in its glass case, silent and unassuming, its glassy eyes seemingly staring into the void. Today, the haunted doll remains a chilling enigma, its true nature still shrouded in darkness. The story of the haunted doll is a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lurk in the world around us. In this enigma, we found a tale that was as captivating as it was eerie. Let's take a moment to recount the key events that have led us to this point. We started with the unveiling of the doll, an innocent toy that took on a life of its own. This was not just a child's plaything, but a vessel for something far more sinister. From the doll's first appearance to its eventual haunting reputation, the chronology of events was nothing short of spine-chilling. Next, we delved into the tale that unfolded around this doll, a narrative filled with strange occurrences, unexplainable phenomena, and a growing sense of dread. The doll's unsettling aura and the fear it instilled in those who crossed its path painted a picture of a truly haunted object. The investigation into the doll's eerie nature was a journey into the unknown. Skeptics and believers alike were drawn into its story, seeking to understand the inexplicable. The evidence collected, while not definitive, certainly suggested that there was more to this doll than met the eye. We then explored the haunting legacy of the doll, a legacy that continues to perplex and terrify, even as it captivates. Its influence stretches beyond its physical presence, leaving a lasting imprint on those who encounter its story. The broader implications of such paranormal phenomena are profound. They challenge our understanding of the world and force us to question what we consider to be reality. They remind us that there are things in this world that defy explanation, things that are beyond our comprehension. As we conclude our journey into the eerie tale of the haunted doll, we are left with a chilling question. What other mysteries remain hidden in the shadows, waiting to be discovered? This enigma, like many others, is a testament to the endless curiosity of the human spirit and the unquenchable thirst for understanding the unknown.